What up, all my Mingas, and welcome to the Minga Sports Podcast. I'm Nacho.
I'm Garuta. Nacho's got a great fucking title this week. Let me tell you. He goes, I got it. After thinking about it for 2 minutes, and then I see that, and I'm like, yeah, it's a good
I
one.
was looking through our notes, and I'm like, who was an idiot? And I almost thought about putting Lamar getting hurt, but then I'm like, that's not funny enough.
That's not injury's not funny enough for this. Yeah, it was a decent week in the NFL. I think. I thought there were some good games.
There were some good games.
You know, there are some like mid games, but like you wouldn't consider it bad. But there were a lot of good ones, actual. And let's
Yeah,
jump into it. Start with that.
People actually played football this week.
Yeah, such as my best of the week, the Rams at the Hot Place Birds, as we discussed last week, the Arizona Cardinals.
If you're a Minga fan, you'll know the reference.
Yeah, more of that later.
Oh yeah.
So the Rams go into Arizona, win 30-23. Very close game for the majority of it. I think it was only like a 10-point difference. That was like the biggest differential. But it was a great quarterback battle, I think. Both quarterbacks showed a lot of good things. Stafford, obviously under some scrutiny recently because he hasn't been, great. But kind of balled out. 23 for 30, 287 yards and 3 touchdowns. So that's pretty good. Kyler also did pretty good. 32 for 49, but with 383 yards. He did have 2 picks, but one of them definitely wasn't his fault. It got tipped. And he also had 61 rushing yards. So another good game. Went down to the wire, and Kyler Murray almost had another Hail Murray, but could not find anyone in the end zone. And it ended on a sack. So rip. But they did recover an onside kick. And that's pretty cool.
There's been a lot of onside kick recoveries this year.
No, it was this week. There were 3 I saw the stat on CBS Sports Instagram page. There were 3 onside kicks recovered before this week. This week there were 4 onside kicks recovered by like the kicking team. And all 4 of those teams lost. I'm pretty sure it was the Cardinals, the Giants, the Steelers, I think, had one. And I don't remember the last one.
I'll look. Talk about your best while I look, or talk about that.
Yeah, it's a pretty good game. I expected the Hot Place Birds to take it because the Rams haven't been playing great since they acquired Von Miller. Odell had a touchdown in this game. He didn't really earn it because on the drive he didn't really do shit until he caught like a 2-yard touchdown throw. And then he had some wonky celebration.
He shot a man in a celebration.
Yeah.
Okay, I found the onside kick.
So the Ravens kicked one, and the Bears kicked one, and then the Cardinals and the Giants. I was wrong about the Steelers, but it feels like the Steelers would have kicked one because of how that game went.
Yeah, keep talking.
Yeah, this is very fucking good for the Rams because now they finally have a bit of momentum. They're starting to do things. This is exactly what they needed. Like a very hot team who's doing great things. They were the first team to break double-digit wins, and the Rams rest of their schedule isn't exactly easy. Seahawks, Vikings, Ravens, Niners.
I would say that's easy.
Oh, I
I would,
forgot.
I would,
I forgot that
I
Lamar
would
is out.
say that's. I would say that this is easy. No, Lamar's gonna be back for that game.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I would say that the rest of the schedule, worst case scenario for the Rams, they are 2-2.
Yeah.
Worst possible case.
Well, because you could get Kirk balling out, which he has been, and then the Niners have been playing pretty good ball. The
No,
Seahawks.
I was saying the Ravens and the Niners, because Lamar's gonna be back, but still it's gonna be a close game, and then the Niners are just a
Well,
threat and
I
looking
was
to
gonna
upset right
say
now.
the Ravens and the Niners are two pretty tough games, but the Vikings could be is what I was trying to lead into.
No, the Vikings always play down to their opponent, and the Rams are too good, and they'll capitalize on the Vikings' mistakes. So I think the Vikings game is going to be an easy one.
But yeah, this is very good for the Rams. I don't know what the Cardinals' rest of the season is, but
They have the Lions, the Colts, the Cowboys, and the Seahawks.
that's
So that's like
another.
a 3-1. That is a 3-1. They lose to the Colts, maybe.
Colts have been hot.
I know. That's like
I
they
was
lose to the Colts, maybe.
I was gonna
They
say
beat the
the
Lions. They beat the
boys
Hawks.
maybe.
No. Did you watch that? All right. Well, I'm gonna get into this later. Did I put it as my worst? I didn't. I should have. We'll get to that game later.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, yep. It was. This is very good for the Rams. Not too detrimental to the Cardinals. This isn't that bad. Yeah, you wanted to.
They dropped. They
you
dropped
wanted-
from the 1 seed in the NFC to the 3 seed.
Actually, yes. I was gonna say that it is bad because of the Packers are now the top of the NFC, which
Yeah,
I think are gonna be there anyways. But I figured
Yeah.
they would have earned it, like on their own.
Yeah. Well, they kind of have. They are also 10-3, and one of those losses was an early season. They weren't doing shit. One of them was without Aaron Rodgers to the Chiefs. They almost won that game.
Yeesh. Well,
And-
I was just saying because the Packers were going to end with a better record, and I can corroborate that with the rest of their season. Next
let's check it out.
next week, Ravens, and then Browns, Vikings, Lions.
I think that they're gonna go 13-4.
I was 13-4.
Yeah. You know how there's like 17 games in a season now?
Oh right.
You know about that? Did you get the memo?
How does that math work though? Am I stupid?
13 plus 4 is 17.
Oh, never mind. It's I clicked on I was still in the Rams page in the in Google, and it said that the Packers were 9-3 at the time of that game, or at the end of that
Oh.
game, which is why I was
Oh.
confused. You were correct.
They're 10-3 currently.
You don't think they can win all the rest of their games?
I think they can. I just don't. I see them dropping a game. It's easy to see them dropping a game, and it's easy to see them not dropping a game.
I don't. Yeah.
That's it. It's just that.
That. Yeah. Okay.
Like you know what I'm saying?
No. Yeah. I got you.
Okay.
All right. Well, moving on to my best game. I'd have to say that was the Niners. Fuck. What?
It's still messing with
Anthony put weird fucky
him.
abbreviations. Who did the Niners play? The Bengals. I knew that.
There you go.
It
Put
was
it on his best. Didn't even know which teams were playing in it. What a dumbass. Look at this guy.
Well, I was gonna say it naturally, but then the fucking CCB stopped me, and I was like, "Oh, what team is this?" Niners started off pretty good. They got 2 touchdowns in the first half, and the Bengals were just not doing anything. They got 2 field goals in the first half, one in each quarter. And then Joe Burrow proceeded to ball the fuck out in the fourth quarter to tie the game up. Joe Burrow was 25 for 34, 348 yards, 2 touchdowns.
No picks.
Man balled the fuck out because he wanted to win.
Jimmy G also he went 27 for 41, almost 300 yards and 2 touchdowns too. Like, just that is a quarterback shootout right there.
George Kittle balls out as he has been these past couple weeks. A couple of throws that should have been misses and, a missed opportunity. George Kittle somehow catches footballs. But if, the Bengals score a touchdown in the first half, this is a very different game, but also they wouldn't have had the drive to... It wouldn't have been the same emotions going into the play style, so I get it. But this was a winnable game for the Bengals that they just couldn't finish up on. Which, to be fair, they fought hard. The Bengals have been up and down. They've been like bungling themselves all throughout the season.
Yep.
It's really hard. The Bengals are like a mini Jameis Winston. Sometimes they bungle, sometimes they don't. But actually, that's just kind of what the Bengals do.
Yeah, so the Bengals aren't going to make the playoffs. I hate to break it to you.
Let me check the rest of the season. The Bengals aren't making the playoffs.
I hate to break it to you. So the Bengals, everyone thought they were going to be hot. They held the 5th seed in the AFC for a while. They held 1st seed at one point. And then they dropped to 7-6. And the remaining 4 games are Broncos, Ravens, Chiefs, Browns. Broncos is winnable. Ravens is unlikely. Chiefs is very unlikely. And with how the Browns have been playing, that's a toss-up.
That's a 50-50 game.
That's going to be such a crucial game. That Browns-Bengals game is probably going to decide who is the 7th seed. I'll go that far. It's probably going to decide who's the 7th seed in the AFC wildcard.
Yeah, the Browns and Bengals are the same, 7-6. The Browns have never mind. They just have the Packers to worry about for the rest of the season. They have Raiders, which is the Raiders forgot how to play football. Yeah,
there's no gimme games for the Browns.
The Steelers only can play football in their division, and then the Bengals.
Yeah. The Raiders are going to blow themselves up, so that's not an issue. They're probably going to lose to the Packers.
The Packers are going to blow them out like New England did.
I would put that Steelers game. That's a Monday night game, too.
That's a must-win.
Mark that one on your calendars. If the Browns lose that one, that's going to be tough. And that's going to come down to Bengals. But, yeah. It's crazy we're already talking about, like,
playoffs,
actual wild card playoff scenarios.
I remember the first episode of Minga. That feels like it was like last week.
I know.
And now, like,
this is Minga 17, and we skipped 1 week because of Thanksgiving, and we'll probably skip one because for Christmas.
Maybe we'll see.
Well, it depends.
We do these on Tuesdays, and Thanksgiving Christmas is on a Saturday. We'll see.
But we've been doing this for 18 weeks because this is Minga 17.
Yeah.
Cray.
I'm trying to think of who's mathematically out of the playoffs already. So it's the Lions.
It's the Lions, the Jets, and the Jags.
The Texans. And the Texans.
Oh, and the Texans, yes.
Felt like there's one more, but I guess not. No, not yet.
There's probably there's teams that aren't gonna make the playoffs, but aren't like mathematically out.
Yeah. Oh, you just reminded me of a team that I've forgotten. Never. All right.
Who?
Carry on. Nothing.
Okay. Well, that was all I had. So go into your worst.
All right. The worst of the week was the Las Vegas Raiders at the Chiefs.
Speaking of.
So, if you remember last year, all the way back when, the Chiefs had, I think, 2 regular season losses, right? They were 14-2.
One of them was to the Raiders at home.
I remember that game.
Yeah, I remember that game. That was kind of a wild game. And the Raiders, they're like, oh, fuck yeah. We're going back to Kansas City. You know, they're number one. But we're good, too, now. And then so before the game, they did a victory lap of the buses. Like, before the game. They're on the buses, and they just go around the stadium a couple times. Do a victory lap. It's like, all right. And then before the game again, they go and dance on the logo. All right.
Yeah.
The first play of the game was a Josh Jacobs fumble recovered by the Chiefs for a touchdown. That was the first play of the game. And that just set the tone for the rest of it. It finished 48-9. And I gotta do some quick math right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I forgot I was gonna bring up. Teams need to stop fucking dancing on logos unless it's your own and it's like a victory thing. Don't dance on logos. It's always been bad juju, especially with fucking Juju. That wasn't meant to be a pun, but don't fucking dance on the other team's logo. It doesn't work. It never works.
So the Chiefs this season have outscored the Raiders. Or wait, is it? Yeah. The Chiefs have outscored the Raiders 89-23 this season. In 2 games, they have scored 89 points and only allowed 23. Just against the Raiders.
It's a lot.
Like, after you already lost this season 41-14 at home, I don't think you should even be doing that here. And like maybe it's like it'll get your players fired up or something, but like no, you can't do that and then lose this bad. You just cannot.
That's some assistant head coach becoming the head coach kind of shit right there.
For real. But yeah, just domination by both sides of the ball. Lots of fumbles, lots of picks, whatever. The Raiders are not good. They don't have as many weapons as we once thought. Like, their only weapon right now is Hunter Renfrow.
Yeah.
Hunter Renfrow kind of popped.
Which he ran like a nasty route in the end zone.
Dude, he is a nasty route runner.
Yeah, that is kind of his bit.
He's becoming rated. You know, he was underrated at the beginning of the season. Now he's becoming rated, but I still think he's slightly under.
I agree.
He got 13 receptions for 117 yards and a touchdown in this game. That was about half of Derek Carr's passing yards and was his only touchdown. On about half of his receptions. Josh Jacobs only got 9 carries for 24 yards. And that's including that one fumble. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Raiders do not have anyone else. They have, what? Darren Waller.
I thought he was injured.
Oh, yeah, he was. No, he's questionable. I thought he, played a few snaps.
Probably did.
They have, Deshaun Jackson. Zay Jones. You know. Foster Moreau, their backup tight end, kind of good.
Yeah.
He could become a starting tight end somewhere.
He really stepped up after Darren Waller got injured and taken out.
Yeah.
What was that, Thanksgiving?
I think it was the week after. No, it might have been Thanksgiving. That might be right. And they have tons of playmakers on the defense. Like Max Crosby, Yannick Ngakoue, Corey Littleton, KJ Wright.
Yeah, the Raiders D-line, it has been some pretty good playmakers.
Yeah. The D-line has been good, but that is the only part that has been operating recently. Like, you have playmakers in the linebacker spots and in the secondary, but they just they've been so, gone. They've been distant, and
the Raiders started the season so hot, and it's so upsetting to see them, diminish as they have. Yeah, the beginning of the season, we were saying they're going to be the number 1 seed, and or they're going to be top of the division. I was going to say in the AFC West.
I thought they could have won their division, but they beat the Ravens, which was a good game. Then they beat the Steelers, who the week prior had beaten Buffalo.
Yeah,
who was a Super Bowl
that's
contender.
healthy Steelers defense they beat.
Yeah. And then they beat Miami, but Miami was kind of a joke. And then they just went on an insane losing streak. Like, they have 3 wins since then against the Broncos, Eagles, and Cowboys.
And they lost players and their head coach and.
All right, here's how you know that this team is not good. They went 2-2 against the NFC East.
Damn.
The teams they lost. Guess the teams they lost to without looking. Guess the 2 teams that they
I don't have
lost
it
to
open.
in the NFC East. I said guess.
Who did they lose to? Football team?
They lost to the football team. That was 2 weeks ago.
Eagles?
No, they lost to the Giants.
I wanted to say Giants, but I do not remember that game.
I do. I watched that game. That was a good game. So yeah, they've not been looking too great. How are they in their division? They have 1 divisional win against the Broncos.
And that's not
They've lost
exactly
twice
the
to the
hardest.
Chiefs. They've lost twice to the Chiefs. They lost to the Chargers. And then they played the Chargers and Broncos again. So, rest in peace, Raiders fans. You're not making the playoffs again this year.
I have a Raiders fan at work. He is
sorry for
upset.
him. I would be too.
But he's also a New England fan. So
you can't be both.
his dad's a Raiders fan, so he kind of grew up a Raiders fan, but he's in New England, so he's also a Patriots fan.
After 2001, you can't be both.
Yeah.
With the Tuck rule and all that.
Yeah, I was I was born and Tom Brady already had a ring, so
nice.
it's kind of easy.
Nice. All right, move on to your worst.
All right, my worst. It was Jacksonville at Titans.
Yeah.
Yep. Titans won 20-0, and yeah. What people, Urban Meyer, get the fuck out of the NFL, dude. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Go back to college, man. When you can get away with shenanigans. College coaches are ditching their teams, and just moving mid-season because they fucking can. College coaches. Well,
it's the end of the season.
I thought
it's the end of the college season. There's still bowl games to be played, but
yeah, I thought some coaches left mid-season.
They left after the regular season, but there's still bowl games that they left. During.
NFL schedule and college schedule mixes me up.
Yeah.
Anyway, but football season in general not over, and you're leaving immediately after. And college coaches can get away with shenanigans like this. College coaches, if they're found at a bar with some chick, or their players are like, yeah, coach, you do that in the NFL? Fuck out of here. Who are you? You fucking suck. I understand you're in a very, the Jags have diminished since their playoff berth with Blake Bortles. And you lost to the Patriots in a comeback win. Or they had a comeback win. And sucks to suck, and you've diminished to a bad team. But Urban Meyer, you just fucking suck, dude. And then the Titans, I don't know. They had some healthy player. I think Julio Jones is back. Titans defense, when New England played them, it was scary because Titans defense is good. The front four is good. So that was one thing that stood out to me when the Titans had nobody on offense, is their defense really fucking stepped up, and they got a good defense. That was basically the Titans just played injured football against a bad team, and then their defense shut out the Jags. Shocker there. That's all I got.
All right. You can introduce the game. Our favorite segment.
Fan voted favorite segment. That certainly was a game. You got the Pittsburgh Steelers against the Minnesota Vikings.
This was like funny until it wasn't.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't funny because like it was a blowout, and then it became funny because it's the Vikings.
Both
And,
teams
like,
who could not beat the Lions this season.
That's so true. I
Neither
didn't
team
even realize that.
Neither team could beat the Lions this season, and then they met up and had a game.
They played a game.
They had football. And it was this the Thursday night game?
Yeah, this is the Thursday night game.
Yeah, Minnesota rocking. Minnesota top unis in the NFL. Oh, they're good. And the color rush, just the purple and the yellow, it's so good. They're so good.
It's very good. And then they scored like 29 in the first, they scored 29 shutout points, and then they gave up. How many? How many did they give up? 28?
Yeah, 28.
Yeah, and then they won by 8. But yeah, the reason that this episode is named this is because I put in the notes for this game. Chase LOL, like Claypool, but Clayplol.
And he needs to Clay, please stop.
Yeah, because he couldn't Clay place the ball down and had to because he had to celebrate.
He had to celebrate. Yeah, so Chase Claypool got a was it a first down or did he just get yards?
It was a first down.
Okay, I thought so. He had a first down, not a lot of time left in the game. He decides to the classic, you sit there and you point forward to say we had a first down. There was not enough time to do that. The play clock was still running because, he fell to the ground in the middle of the field. I don't remember how many seconds there were, but there weren't a lot. And,
it was under a minute.
Yeah, it was not a lot of time left, and that screwed up the game.
Yeah. They would have gotten an extra play, and they were like midfield. But they needed a touchdown. But they would have gotten an extra play had he not done that. And then she already blamed it on.
He blamed it on his team.
No.
Or didn't he?
He blamed it on Eric Kendricks. So he's a linebacker for the Vikings. Basically, Deontay Johnson ran over. He sprinted to grab the ball out of Claypool's hands so that they could spike it. And so Deontay just got this ball and Kendrick just slaps it out of his hands and it falls to the ground. It's such a funny video watching it, but it's so sad if you're a Steelers fan.
Yeah. I'm a little speechless honestly. It's just the game.
After the Vikings almost blow it, Pittsburgh actually blows it.
Yeah.
Like, they had such a good shot at doing something, and then they just I'm gonna celebrate this first down.
Yeah, and a lot of people were saying, like, oh, he's so underrated, he's gonna have a breakout year. Doesn't he have one, receiving touchdown this season? Fuck out of here.
He is rated at best. At best, he is rated. I would say he's overrated by some, Let's check. How many?
He does only have one touchdown.
Yeah, I was right. Fuck out of here.
He has 750 yards, which is tied for 27th.
That's not
47 receptions, which is tied for 51st.
How many yards?
He has 750.
That end of the season, that's a second, a wide receiver 2 or 3 numbers.
He would be a solid wide receiver 3. Underneath Deontay Johnson and Juju. But Juju's not a number 1.
No.
Juju's a good number 2. And Deontay is not good enough to be a number one. James Washington, Ray McLeod are their second strings. But
after this season,
either.
because Big Ben's retiring. Like, is that confirmed?
He is leaving Pittsburgh. That is what has been rumored. He said it like behind closed doors. He's like, I expect this to be my last season in Pittsburgh.
He wants to move teams?
Well, that's why everyone's interpreting it as different. They're like, oh, he's going to retire. And it's like, no, he's just leaving Pittsburgh. He's going to change team.
No, what you do is when you're playing... Sorry, Big Ben. When you're playing dog shit football, you've been with the Steelers since... What was his draft?
04. He was in the 04 draft.
I'm going to say 04. You've been in the league for so long. You're a clear veteran. You have such good football knowledge. Retire with the Steelers. That be your only team. You won Super Bowls. You had a career. Ring up the towel in Pittsburgh. I don't know. I think it's weird that, like, I mean, I get people have, like, football left in them, but, you're not Tom Brady.
He doesn't.
Like, Phillip Rivers went to the Colts, and it's just, like, weird to see him in a Colts uni because he was the Chargers quarterback.
Yeah.
And then he said he thought about going if he would accept a call from New Orleans, and I'm like, that's a weird thing to look at. But
yeah,
Big Ben, this is it. Throw in the towel. Also, there's like a lot of backups that are better than you. Honestly, you can't make plays anymore. You make godly check down throws, but that's as far as your arm will take you.
Yeah, I don't think a team would pick him up.
He's a great veteran presence though. Like to like, hey, when you see that, do that instead. He would just never see the field.
Yeah. No one's gonna start him though, and that's probably what he wants.
That's what he would want, and no, you can't afford to. Even like Jacksonville, you can't.
Yeah, he's not gonna start over Trevor Lawrence.
Or like Houston.
Houston's sticking with Davis Mills.
Did you hear about that? For the rest of the season. He's
kind of good though. When you look at his stats,
he's all right. But stats don't say the way he's played, and he's played.
Well, he's better than Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, and Justin Fields.
No,
I would go that far.
No, I'm not debating that he's not a good player. He's one of those players it's gonna take him a while before he's somebody.
Yeah.
He has had an alright rookie year. Given all the circumstances he's been under. And now that the Texans are eliminated, it's his team. He has the keys to the Texans to do what he can.
They're gonna run. Oh, we'll talk about
it later, but
all right, other games. Indianapolis, Miami, New England, Philadelphia. They all had the last bye week. There's the last week of byes. There's a full 16 football games to be played each week from here on out. So Ravens and Cleveland played.
Mm-hmm.
Discuss. Did you watch this game?
What have you been sending me in this? I just opened Discord and it's a bunch of links.
I sent him Steelers defensive linemen whose names I thought were funny.
Should we pause and go through those real quick?
Yeah.
All right, so we got starting up first Taco Charlton.
Yep.
We saw him in Madden earlier. DeMarcus Christmas.
Yeah.
Isaiah Loudermilk. Isaiah Bugs.
Isaiah Loudermilk has 2 H's in Isaiah, by the way.
Yes, because that's the thing. You fucking look at his name and say,
Well, Isaiah Bugs only has 1, but he has 2 G's, so I guess.
Chris Wormley, which I've actually heard that name before.
Oh, I'm shocked.
And Dan Archibong.
I was looking at how did I get here?
Oh.
Let me go back a little bit. I was on the Steelers depth chart, and I saw Taco Charlton. And so I clicked on it, and boy, was I not disappointed. That's all. All right. Sticking in the AFC North, the Ravens and Browns played. I'm like trying to remember this game. All I remember is that Lamar got hurt.
That's honestly the only thing that happened that was kind of important. Lamar got hurt.
The Browns almost blew it.
Yeah, the Browns did almost blow it.
They were up 24-3 or 24-6 at half. And then Tyler Huntley decided he wanted to play football. And so he went 27 for 38, 270 yards and a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
So not bad. He did better than Baker.
Mark Andrews also 115 yards, 11 receptions, 1 touchdown.
He fucked some people.
And I just want to say, I know we've been shitting on him a lot, but lay off Baker. He's so fucking injured.
Yeah.
He has like 4 or 5 injuries that he's playing through, and people say, is Baker the franchise guy? I honestly wouldn't say no at this point. You can't say no, is because there's a good amount of Baker highlights where you'd say, wow, look at this kid. This guy is playing football. And
he has shown enough to where he can easily start in the NFL.
Yeah.
Easily start for I'd say 2/3 of team.
Yeah.
I'd say he could start in place of 2/3 of starting quarterbacks right now. And I mean, he brought his team to the divisional round last year of the playoffs.
He beat the Steelers. The Steelers started 11-0.
Well, yeah, and then they went like 12-4 or whatever. But like he went face to face with Mahomes. Everyone's like, "Oh, Mahomes,"
and he almost won that game.
They lost by like 5. They lost by a score. Like without OBJ too, without this dominant receiver that everyone's talking about. So I mean, I don't think Baker's the issue. It might be something with scheming. It might be something with, I don't know. I don't think it's Baker.
I mean, right now it kind of is Baker because they're playing an injured man.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like long term.
Yes, no. Yeah, there's so much hate on Baker right now, and it's just not fair to him because he's played good football and he's shown that he can be the Browns guy. And you know, does he have a contract extension yet? Yes, right?
I do not believe so.
Let's see.
Can I check his contract stat?
I can check it in Google, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Well, he was drafted in 2018.
Yeah, so this would be the end of his 4 years.
So he's still on his rookie deal.
His middle name is Reagan.
That's the most American thing I've ever heard.
Baker Reagan Mayfield. Yeah, he's a free agent. Oh no, wait, he has another year.
In any case, I think he can show himself to play some really good football in the future, and that right now Baker is not Baker Mayfield. He's played a lot better. He's played better this season than he's playing now. You know, you gotta. It's tough right now for him, but I think he just needs a bit of time, and he'll be good. He'll be a lot better.
Yeah, this year, I wouldn't say it's done for Cleveland. I would say get Baker better, and then.
Obviously, if there's an option to get someone else, trade him away. But I wouldn't
even say that.
Well,
I
yeah,
would say
that's why I say I'd love to see him stay with the Browns because of how much energy he's put into the organization.
because of how much he has put into the organization. He brought them to their first playoff game in like decades. He was the draft pick out of the 0-16 team. Like he had to be good, and he's like had a lot of pressure, and he's like delivered so far on a historically bad organization.
I agree. He's turned them around where at the beginning of the season you thought they were Super Bowl favorites. Which, to be fair, was a fair assumption.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. But Cleveland's defense also very good.
They've been playing decent all season.
Myles Garrett, beast. And when you have to double Myles Garrett, you have Jadeveon Clowney on the other side, who is not out of gas yet. I think Jadeveon Clowney is probably the most underrated defensive lineman in football, in the National Football League.
Well, because he got drafted by the
Houston
Texans, yeah.
He got drafted first overall by Houston.
And he was supposed to be a super great player, and then he got released.
Well, he was good. He was like a first round prospect, like a first round pick.
Yeah.
But he just kept getting injured, and then just nobody wanted him. So he floated around to Seattle and Tennessee, and now he's with Cleveland, where he's, still good and still producing. He still produces.
Yeah.
And when you have Myles Garrett on the other side getting double teamed every play, he's good to have on the other side. Is that it? Is that all we got to say about Cleveland?
I'd say so.
All right.
Oh, is it still me?
Yeah.
All right, we got New Orleans Saints in New Jersey against the Jets. And
this was a game.
So it was Taysom Hill started. He played an all right game.
I would say it was pretty good.
It's the Jets.
He still played good.
Okay, yeah. All right, okay.
Doesn't matter who your opponent is. You can still have a good game.
He played good. But there was one play I watched live on Red Zone, and I was on the phone and I burst out laughing. It was so funny. Where I don't remember if he took a snap or it was handed off from the center, but Taysom Hill, does his motion back, puts his arm up like he's gonna throw, and then I don't know, like he pulled it down too quick, but the ball flew up in the air and he juggled it and then had to run backwards at it and he got sacked. And it was hilarious to watch.
Very good play.
Yes. And Zach Wilson, he has a lot of work to do.
He played in a game.
His football knowledge is so ungreat in the NFL. Yeah. He was drafted because he could do this. He showed us off at this pro day. He can make the hard throws. He's made hard throws in the NFL.
And that's about the only thing he can do.
That's what he can do, is he can throw really difficult throws and make them, because that's like his thing. He can't do anything else. What?
I just realized both starting quarterbacks went to BYU.
Oh God, they did.
This was a Mormon football game.
I'm gonna check BYU's Instagram to see if there's a picture of both of them.
Oh, there's gotta be. Right?
Let's see. Yep.
Yeah.
once a Coug, always a Coug.
Oh no! They stole Eli's thing. That's Eli Manning's thing. Once a giant, always a giant. That's his thing, man. Anyways, Kamara had a great game. He's back from injury and he put up 120 yards and a touchdown. But Taysom Hill didn't have a bad game.
There's
Here's
more
his
posts.
Oh God, are you sending these to me?
Oh, I can. What starts off is "This is gonna be fun," where it shows both quarterbacks,
Okay.
and then it goes, "Great day to be a Coug,"
No.
and it's
no.
both quarterbacks getting warmed up, and then it's "Once a Coug, always a Coug."
Once a Coug, always a Coug. That's just not right. I hate this.
Why?
Once a Coug, always a Coug.
Yeah, so what?
Shut up. So Taysom Hill had 15 for 21 passing with 175 yards. And he picked up 75 rushing with 2 touchdowns. That's a solid game.
Hmm.
And the Jets also suck.
Yeah, the Jets also are dog shit at playing football.
Yeah. The Jets are.
You good?
Yeah, I'm just laughing at what you said.
Oh,
I'm sending once a Coug, always a Coug to TJ.
Is it too late to change the title
What?
of Minga?
No.
I think
No.
I got to, right?
I think you have to.
It's a lot funnier.
It's once a Coug, always a Coug is a lot funnier than Chase Clay, please stop.
Which
That's
in
funny.
itself is also a good title.
Yeah. But
Alright.
alright. Next game. The Cowboys played in Washington. God, I don't even remember. Oh yeah, Dallas went up 24-0, and then got outscored by a lot in the second half. Game ended 27-20, but Dak almost single-handedly blew the game, and that was pretty funny. Dak went 22 for 39, 211 yards, a touchdown and 2 picks. One of them was for 6. But that was a bad pass. Did you watch the end of this game?
No.
Dak threw a pass to a wide open Washington defender. Like, I don't know what he was seeing.
Oh no, I
did.
I saw this on Instagram though.
Like, he threw it right to the numbers of a Washington linebacker. And then the linebacker just juked the fuck out of him too. So that was funny. But they started out good. They had a field goal, and then they drove down the field for another touchdown. Defense recovered a fumble, and then just a handful of field goals to end it for them.
Hey, that Micah Parsons though.
Micah Parsons, fucking.
He's
amazing.
so good at playing football.
He's definitely gonna win Defensive Rookie of the Year.
I don't think it's enough to win Defensive Player of the Year though.
Yeah.
He should be in the argument. Cougars? I don't think he's gonna make it.
Which team is the Cougars? The BYU Cougars. BYU football Cougars. But yeah, Washington. They came back. Is that Washington? University of Washington? Yeah. We got a viewer in chat and the YouTube for the YouTube viewers. UW Seattle, yeah. I know my states.
Nice.
That's it for Washington, right? This is not a good game.
Oh, there was one more thing though. What was it? Dallas shipped their own benches from Dallas.
I hate this story so much.
Just
I thought it
because
was
they
so bad.
can.
No, it's because Seattle's weren't working. When Seattle played there, the when Seattle played their benches, the heating wasn't working. But so Dallas decided to ship their own benches so that they could be heated, because Washington is apparently that cold. Even though it's not. It was kind of warm on Sunday too, not gonna lie. I got a Christmas tree. It was pretty warm.
All right, moving on. We got what?
What? No, I was gonna let you go.
Okay. Atlanta Falcons at the Carolina Panthers. Falcons winning 29-21.
Cam is back.
Cam's back to his old self. Which means last year he's bad. He sucks. Which is sad to see. I want to see Cam do better.
Yeah. They suck though.
Carolina imploded on itself. Carolina started hot, Sam Darnold being all good. And then Cam Newton came in because Sam Darnold was like, how to play football.
I thought he got injured.
Sam?
Didn't Sam Darnold get
he
not brutally injured, but just injured enough to where they're like, oh, he should play.
And Cam, I mean, he's been working, he got to play under Bill Belichick, so he got a little bit smarter, I would assume, how to play out of his, how to play with his injuries and whatnot.
Yeah.
Cam's arm is just gone. He cannot play. I mean, he can run the ball, but
they had to put in PJ Walker.
They did. And now
twice, like the last 2 games. They've had to put in PJ Walker.
I'd assume Cam's role is just to
veteran leadership.
That, but also running the ball.
No, I don't think you have to be a Mormon to attend BYU. Gonna be honest. I think you just
how are they gonna check that? Like you apply to a Christian university and like, are you Christian? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Do you have to?
I don't know, actually.
I feel like you can. They ask you. Oh, yeah. They're gonna send an email to your church. Just give them a fake email.
I'm gonna try to apply to BYU right now and see if they check my church, my local parish.
Make up a church, and then make a new email.
My own. Yeah, you definitely have to qualify academic.
Well, yeah. I feel like going out of the way, if you're applying to BYU as a Mormon, I feel like they're just gonna do it. Like if you like you don't. I don't feel like they're just gonna trust that you're Mormon.
Yeah. All right. Who's BYU have next year?
I do not.
They got USF, Baylor, Oregon, Wyoming, Utah State, Notre Dame, Arkansas, Liberty, Boise State, Dixie State. I've never heard of them. Stanford and East Carolina.
I was gonna say it started out with like teams I've heard of before.
Yeah, Baylor, Oregon are gonna be tough.
Oregon.
Utah State might be tough. Arkansas and Notre Dame.
Wait, didn't BYU switch divisions?
Oh yeah, BYU's joining the Big 12. I think maybe not this year. I think they transfer officially in 23.
Big 12? Wait, is the Big 12
a
thing?
The Big 12. Yeah, the Big 12 is a thing.
The Big 12 is a thing? Oh, yes, it is a thing. I'm an idiot.
That's this Power 5 conference, bro.
Yeah, I'm an idiot.
I know. Yeah. Yeah, Texas and Oklahoma are leaving for the SEC, and the Big 12 is adding BYU, UCF, Houston, and Cincinnati.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, Pac-12 is dumb.
Pac-12 is bad. The Pac-12 is probably the worst. It's gonna be the worst, I think. I think Cincinnati and Houston are actually and BYU are actually big additions to the Big 12. The Big 12, it does make zero sense.
They're just like, hey, who can be in this division? Please, we need you.
Yeah.
Please.
It's gonna be it's like Texas. It's Texas, Oklahoma, the Plains. Iowa State's a little out there, and then you just have West Virginia
and
Cincinnati. Yeah. Cincinnati's not even that bad. It's just like West Virginia.
Yeah, why not?
Why is that part? Why do they have to go to Texas to play?
Oh yeah, fuck them. West Virginia has so much traveling. They have to go so far.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Texas and Oklahoma are not going to survive very long in the SEC unless they get super more funding.
Oh, isn't what's his name, the number 1 quarterback that went to Ohio State early is going to Texas?
Oh, Quentin Ewers, yeah. Quentin Ewers is transferring to
Texas.
Texas.
He's a Texas kid who wanted to go to Texas, but Ohio State offered him and he went.
Did you see that Spencer Rattler has announced his new school?
Wait, that was real?
Yes.
Oh, I thought that was, I saw one post and I thought it was a bit.
Spencer Rattler is transferring. Guess where he's going?
You're asking me?
Yeah, guess where he's going.
I forget. Let me think. Arkansas?
Don't look at chat. No, South Carolina.
Oh, that's right. I saw that. Yeah. That's so weird.
Gamecock. That is a weird pick. I agree.
Wasn't there a big school on his radar that he wanted?
I don't know his radar. I found out today it's South Carolina. I'm like, ew. That's such a weird choice. Anyways, Atlanta beats Carolina. Not a lot to say about that game.
Yeah, moving on.
The Seahawks played Houston.
They sure
That
did.
was another uneventful game.
Yeah,
it was close at first. It was 13-13 at one point, and then Russell Wilson decided he learns how to play football and wins the game.
This is just a team that's already eliminated from the playoffs. You got the Texans, the Xans, as you would.
The Houston X's.
Yeah. And then the Seahawks were a decent team with Russ. The beginning of the season we had Metcalf and Lockett being absolute studs.
And now they are just wide receivers.
They are. And that's kind of it, honestly. If you're a Seahawks fan, you beat the Texans. Cool for you guys. If you're a Texans fan, I don't know, change teams. Pick another one.
That's probably the best option.
You ain't got Deshaun Watson anymore, so.
They do technically.
He is on your bench. You're paying him a lot of money.
Contractually, they did. Doyle. Doyle played at Denver.
That is the Detroit Lions, if you did not watch last episode.
I thought Doyle was the funniest one we came up with. For such a tragic game.
Oh, that was their win, wasn't it?
Yeah. Doyle played the Broncos, and they honored Demaryius Thomas. May his soul rest in peace.
Thank you for the one game you played as a Patriot.
Forgot he was on the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
He played for a lot of teams after Denver. Because he was on Houston. He was on New England. He went to
another weird team.
Yeah. He went to it was Arizona or something.
I will go check.
Yeah. But
oh yeah, it was the Jets.
It was the Jets, yeah. But it's very sad. He's only 33. That's way too fucking soon, man.
Way too soon.
Especially for such a talented player.
But
the Broncos did him justice by literally fisting the Lions.
Yes, this was good, which I thought I don't remember when I checked, but when I did check, it was 10-13, and I was like, are the Lions like in this game?
No. I don't like. Not really ever.
Or oh no, it was 14-10. But
Yeah,
anyways, the first play of the game, the Broncos had the ball and they lined up with 10 people to honor Demaryius Thomas, and they got to delay a game.
and the Lions
declined it because they're
true gentlemen.
If they accepted that, they're pieces of shit, and nobody would be a Lions fan after that.
Could you imagine if they accepted that penalty?
If they're like, Dan Campbell, we gotta win any way we can. Get the ball back. No,
Dan Campbell's not that kind of guy.
He's not. Dan Campbell's a lovely gentleman. He would never.
I hope he stays as their coach. I love Dan Campbell. I think the Lions is.
He's a good coach. It's just he doesn't have anything to work with. Honestly,
well, his play calling's spotty at times. That's a downfall. But like he loves the players like sincerely. So that's good. And he's not like terrible. Yeah. And now moving on, the Giants, my favorite team, lost to the Chargers by a lot. Big shock there, I know.
Herbie had a day.
Justin Herbert is that guy.
He's a franchise guy. He's gonna be there for a while.
23 for 31, 275 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He is that guy.
It makes me feel better that he grew up a Chargers fan, and I bet he just loves the organization so much more after that. Because when you're in the college process, you're like, this is a blessing. You know, it'll be a blessing if I make the NFL. He gets to go. He's on his childhood team, and people don't really care that much because like, oh, it's the NFL. I'm gonna play for whoever and be a fan of that team. He gets to be a giddy about it. He's on his childhood team. That must be awesome.
Yeah, I bet it really helps like morale too.
Because he shows up to work with a big smile on his face every day.
Yeah, like if I got drafted to if I played, if I got drafted to the Giants, I'd be like, oh fuck yeah, like we'd be in a slump because it's the Giants and we lose a lot of games, and be like, nah,
you at tight end, you're like you're the new Super Bowl champion Rob Gronkowski.
Oh, busted! It's Super Bowl champion Rob Gronkowski. I'm not a member. That is the greatest commercial. I always say that like when we're watching the game and that commercial comes on.
My mom says I'm special.
I will always just quote that commercial. My parents look at me like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?"
I did too Thanksgiving Day, and my family looked at me like, "What?
This is."
What do you say?
Busted. This is Super Bowl champion Rob Gronkowski.
And then the other one where he's like, that's not the line, Frank.
That's not the line. What's your member number? 87.
Anyway,
the Giants offense sucks. The defense is inconsistent. And the Chargers easily won, even though the Giants did score 2 garbage time touchdowns.
I also love
Glennon had a run. Mike, I didn't even notice. I turned this game off at like the 3rd quarter. I'm like, it's over.
For 7 yards and a touchdown? Hey!
I know, for 7 yards. What the fuck?
I love seeing Justin Herbert. All you always seen is he has such a big like wind up. He opens his body so much, and whenever he does that, he's just gonna unload downfield.
And he's so accurate too.
And it was
he's very accurate downfield.
I think like total with air yards, it was like 117 yards he threw downfield for a touchdown. And it was a beauty. And only like the spiral only started to wobble at like in the end zone.
That's insane.
It was a gorgeous throw. And you always, because again, he has this, like, it's his thing. He opens his body completely, like a statue almost. He looks like he's posing, and then just unloads. It's awesome to see. Anyways.
Yeah, so I turned this game off in the 3rd quarter, so I could catch the 4th quarter of this game, the Bills and the Bucks. And I was watching this game, and I'm like, it's over. Like it was 24-3 at half. I'm like, yeah, it's over, whatever. And I come back and it's like third quarter, touchdown run, Josh Allen touchdown run for 18 yards, nice. And I'm like, okay. And then the Bucks kick a field goal, and then they answer back with 2 straight touchdowns and a field goal to tie it up. And I'm like, And now you could talk about, Buffalo not going for it on 4th and 2, down by 3 on like the 10-yard line. But they wanted to get to overtime. They wanted to have a better shot.
How many times have teams like thrown a game by like, or not thrown a game, but like, or actually, yeah, didn't the Ravens?
Baltimore did that.
Ravens went for it on like 4th and whatever, and they didn't make it.
Well, they went for it. No, they went for 2. They had already gotten the touchdown. They needed 2 to win. They could have kicked the extra point to tie it and take it to field goal. The problem with Baltimore is that they had 2 cornerbacks left on their roster that were healthy. So they were like, if they get the ball, we're fucked. So if they go for 2, they go for the win now, and then Lamar kind of beefed the pass. I think Lamar has the ability to make that pass. He just couldn't in real time. But that's in the past. But Brady hits Brashad Perriman, who they just picked up, who I was pretty high on earlier this season. I think you could hear that in previous Minga episodes. He's a big fucking dude, and he's playing wide receiver. And Brady hit him on like a crossing route. It was like double slants or something. And he just hits him in a 1-on-1, and he just runs. And that was funny. But the Bucks win it in overtime.
Yeah.
There were no turnovers this game. Josh Allen threw 1 pick, and that was it.
I have a funny story about this game. So, I was at work because it was Sunday.
Imagine Sundays could not be me.
And I was like, oh, the Bucks are gonna win this game, and then I see it's tied, and it's going to overtime, and I went, well, now's a good time as ever to take a poop break. So
Bro, you always take fucking poop breaks.
I do. Well, why poop at home when you could poop at work and get paid to do it?
Why poop at home when you can poop at Walmart?
Yeah.
That's what you just said to me?
Yeah.
You disgust me.
Anyway, so I go in the bathroom, I get situated, and like I also have to poop. So I'm not just going in there to sit on the john and watch my phone. I sit down, I open my phone, game's over. And I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
That's funny. Right as you sit down to take your shit.
It ends, and I'm like, I didn't even see the play. It went to like whatever the broadcast after the game is.
That's funny.
I was annoyed.
Man, that sucks. But a lot of people have kind of been questioning this. Like they're like dead set on Buccaneers to the Super Bowl. Buccaneers to the Super Bowl. That's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Do you see that happening?
They obviously have a shot. They're obviously going to the playoffs, and we have to see how they play there. Super Bowl, we'll have to wait. I think honestly, the Packers are a better team right now.
I think regardless, the Packers are a better team. As long as Aaron Rodgers has a healthy toe, they're a better team.
But playoff Tom exists. And that's the scary thing for NFC teams. Is Tom Brady, like, when Tom Brady gets angry in a game when he's down, he comes back in games, and it's like, oh, geez, this guy's good. He's like that. He's angry all the time in the playoffs.
See, I don't think Tom Brady in like the playoffs is like all that different from normal Tom Brady. Cuz when you like think about the opponents that he's played. In all of his years in New England, there was only one person, maybe there were two people who stood up to Brady in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
That was Peyton Manning and Ben Roethlisberger. In the Super Bowl, it was Eli, and that's it. Those are the only two
And
people, or those are the only
Nick
three people who have
Foles.
Nick Foles. Yeah, those are the only people who have like, stood up to Tom Brady and been like, "Yeah, fuck you." In
Well, Blake Bortles gave us a run for our money.
that was, listen, that was a freak occurrence. All right. Uh, when he gets to the only time I'll give you playoff Tom is in the Falcons game. Because yeah, the Falcons blew it, but also, you know, Brady's probably the only person who can make that comeback.
He's the comeback kid.
Yeah, because he leads comeback drives. That's just his thing. That's
Yeah.
like not even postseason. That's just his thing. But in the AFC, they always got the 1 seed, and then they played 2 games, and he played against Ben and he played against Peyton. And if he won those, he won the Super Bowl. And that's about it. Unless Eli Manning was there to punch him in his face.
Yeah, and until he ran into the other Manning.
Yeah. And even in the regular season when the Colts and the Steelers played the Pats, like they were even. They'd go neck and neck. They would play really close games. And then they'd play close games in the playoffs too. So I don't think that playoff Tom is all that special. And then you think about last year, they beat a beat up Saints team whose quarterback was gonna retire. And then they beat who did they beat after New Orleans?
Packers.
Who'd they beat before New Orleans? Washington. They beat a team that shouldn't have even gotten in.
Right, Washington, right.
They beat a team that shouldn't have even been in the playoffs, and then they beat the Packers, who sufficiently beefed it. You know, the Packers defense shit the bed. That's not Tom. And then in the Super Bowl, that was Bucks defense.
Tom
That
Brady was
Tom
playing
Brady's
backyard football because
win. That was not Tom Brady's win. That was the Buccaneers defense figuring out that the Chiefs do not have an offensive line that can stand still.
But to be fair, on offense, Tom Brady was just running over the Chiefs defense.
Yeah, he scored the sufficient amount of points to beat a team that doesn't have a line. You know?
Yeah.
So, I think that the NFC this year is much more top heavy. It's much more ramped up. Like you could probably already tell. I can make a prediction for the 4 teams that are going to make it to the divisional round right now, depending on matchups.
Okay.
And it's going to be Packers, Cardinals, Rams, Bucks. And I don't know if the Bucks can beat any of those teams easily.
That'll be like decided by like a really good throw or like a defensive play or a bad defensive play.
Yeah. That like all of those, like the NFC, I think once you're out of the wild card round, that is going to be the most interesting football ever from the divisional round. And I'm all for it.
It'll be good because the majority of the NFC is kind of dog shit poo poo.
Yeah. And the AFC is the opposite. You're going to see the best football in the wild card round. Like you have so many teams that are in the hunt for the wild card round that are like actually good, that are actually have a shot. So it's going to be interesting come playoff time. But anyways, let's move on to Sunday Night Football. We're just talking about the Packers and Aaron Rodgers, and he renewed his ownership in the Bears by going 29 for 37, 341 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 0 picks. Put up 45 against the Bears. And holy shit, the Packers' special teams and defense sucked in this game. Did you like at least watch the highlights?
Yeah. And that's what.
how do you give up like 100 punt return yards to this dude that no one knows? Yeah, Jakeem Grant, I believe. Yeah. He had a 97 punt return, 97-yard punt return touchdown. He had another punt return that went out to like the Packers 40. And then he caught a 46-yard pass from Justin Fields.
Which Aaron Rodgers praised Justin Fields a lot for this game.
Yeah, Fields didn't have a terrible game. He went 18 for 32, so about just above 50. 224 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 picks. It's just like he doesn't think when he throws sometimes. He'll make these great throws, and when he'll realize sometimes that he doesn't have anything and run. But when he doesn't realize that, like, he cannot read coverage.
His football IQ is not great.
He cannot read coverage, and that's what you get out of an Ohio State quarterback.
People wanted him drafted really high, and people thought he could be the number 2 overall. Is because he's a great athlete.
And yes, athletically, there's no doubt in that.
At the beginning of the season, I wasn't, refuting that he was a good athlete. I mean, I think his throwing motion looks stupid, and it takes a lot of time, but...
And it is.
Yes. But his football knowledge is not great. I mean, could he play college quarterback? Yeah. If you're a good enough athlete, like a lot of people can play college football.
Yeah.
And he just has a lot to work on. He is a rookie, and I keep saying you gotta give rookies time, which I still believe. You want your guy to be a guy. You gotta give him time. Man, does this kid need time?
This kid needs some time, and that's why I thought Andy Dalton should still be starting, but
not now. They're not going to the playoffs.
Yeah, so you don't let him, you make sure he doesn't get killed. That's why your offensive line is bad when he has to scramble on almost every single play. Right? Mm-hmm. So you put Andy Dalton in there so that he can still learn from your practices, and then he also won't get hurt. This is what I said about Trevor Lawrence and Gardner Minshew. The Jaguars should have kept Gardner Minshew as a punching bag so that Trevor Lawrence could learn.
And look what happens when you give him away. He wins games for the Eagles.
Yeah, he wins games for the... Yeah, I don't know. That made me mad when the Jaguars traded him for a sixth round pick.
That's such disrespect.
It really is, especially when he... what he did for your team in the past few years.
What he did for the Jaguars of all teams.
He was decent. He brought so much energy. He was a fan favorite.
The people love...
And you just
look at any piece of Jaguars merch, and it has his face or a mullet or a mustache.
Exactly, because he was the only, relevant player. But, yeah, Matt Nagy doesn't seem to be doing that either for Justin Fields. And Justin Fields, who already has a ton of injury history, is getting injured again. Which he's been injured twice this year, right?
Justin Fields?
Yeah.
Yes. I know at least once, but probably twice. No, yeah, twice.
Twice. Yeah, so Justin Fields has already been injured twice, so why not keep him in? Why not? Fire Matt Nagy. That's the end of my notes. That's the end of my notes.
Oh, yeah.
Predictions. Last week, I went 11-3. I had a big week. The only thing I regret is picking Detroit.
I also picked Detroit.
No, you didn't.
Last week?
You picked Denver. You picked Denver last week.
Oh, I thought I picked Detroit.
No, you picked Denver, and I picked Detroit, and I'm like, fuck. That was my only regret.
There was one team that I've a funny pick.
You picked the Giants.
Did I?
You picked the Giants last week. Or no. No, you didn't. Never mind.
I wanted to, and then
Let's see. We both picked Baltimore.
I picked. Did I
And
pick
we
the
both
Panthers?
picked the Bengals. You did pick the Panthers. Yeah, we both picked Baltimore and Cincinnati wrong. And then I picked, my only other loss was Detroit. And you had Jacksonville. That's who you had.
That's the funny one.
You picked Jacksonville.
Yeah.
What a weirdo.
I don't know.
Against the Titans?
Yeah, I remember after we filmed that, I went, "Oh man."
You went, fuck.
Because I know the Titans defense is so good.
Yeah. All right. Now that the moment you've all been waiting for, our Week 15 previews with funny names. All right, Nacho, let's see if you can get them this time.
Alrighty. So I only wrote down a couple of these, but most of them, and mind you, if you remember from last week, the abbreviations like New England's normally NE, we made them funny this time, and I only got through a couple before Anthony told me not to. All right, starting off, we have Thursday Night Football with the Kansas City Chiefs against the
Oh, this is good. This is good. This is sufficiently funny.
It's not the. Oh wait, it's the Chiefs. Who are they playing?
Who are they playing?
The Chargers.
There it is.
They're playing the Chargers.
All right, who you got? Chiefs or Chargers?
KAC at LCR. I was thinking Rams, but then I'm like, the Rams aren't 8-5.
Close.
Are
they not? Are they? They have 9 wins.
I think so.
Let me find where it put Rams.
9-4.
Oh yeah, they're 9-4. Yeah.
Ooh. I mean, I want the Chargers to win, but I think the Chiefs will probably win this game.
You think the Chiefs? By how many?
Is Joey Bosa back?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was back last game. He fucked the Giants, bro.
No.
Fucked the Giants.
Man, this is gonna be a great ass game.
Yeah.
I'll just say by 10.
Hey, that's what I said. By 6. All right. Can you get this next one?
All right, we got Saturday games.
We do have Saturday games. That is true.
Las Vegas Raiders.
Yep.
Because I wrote it down.
Ooh.
At CBR.
So many options. This could be so many things.
Chicago Bears?
Nope, not Chicago. The other one.
The other what?
The other one. Let's see. They're 7-6. So it's like a quarter of the league. But who's counting?
Who the fuck is CBR?
We were talking about them for a while today.
The Browns?
Yeah.
Holy
the
shit.
Browns. That's the one.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Browns.
I said Browns by 16.
I was going to say
what I said.
13.
All right, then 13 it is.
This one's
this next one's funny. Next one's going to be funny.
I already know what it is because I know it's a Saturday game. But it's EGP for England Patriots at IAC Indianapolis Colts.
I thought this one was really going to stump you.
It did until I realized it was a Saturday
Until you realized
game.
it was this. Oh, you're getting smart. Damn it.
I know my own team.
The Colts are 7-6 and the Patriots are 9-4, and yet the Colts are favored in this game. I thought that was weird.
The Colts, because they've been so hot.
So the Patriots.
No, I know, but
The Patriots on like a 7-game win streak.
we are. We also have not lost away yet.
Yeah, exactly. And you're away.
Yeah.
I don't know how the Colts are favored in this game. I really don't.
I'm obviously gonna go Patriots.
I think it's gonna be really close.
I do. I think it'll be by. Man. By 4.
By 4?
Yeah.
I think that's gonna come down to a Nick Folk kick, and I think he's gonna make it. New England by 3. All right, can you get this next one?
Carolina Panthers.
Yep. That was good.
I wrote it down. That was my last one that I wrote down.
Oh.
At BLB. BLB. They're 7-6. That doesn't help. There's so many teams that are 7-6 right now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
BLB. No, because they're BLB. Who's a B?
Who is a B?
Who's a B?
The Bears, the Browns, the Bengals, the Broncos, the Beehawks, the Cardinals, the Texans, the Jaguars.
Who the fuck is BLB?
The Giants, the Booborg football Giants.
Oh man. I'm looking up all the teams.
The Bets. Is it the Bets?
I didn't look up the. I'm just
the
looking
Booborg
up
Bets.
The teams so I can look at them. My first thought was Ravens, but it can't be because they're 8 and something.
Oh, yeah, the Baltimore Ravens. Can only look at logos.
I have a Google image of logos. That's what I was trying to say.
Nice.
Why is this not helping? The fucking Bills? Are you shitting me?
Buffalo.
Are you shitting my dick?
The Buffalo Bills.
God, it was the only B1 left.
I know, I said all of them. I'm like, surely he's got to get it now.
God fucking damn it. Wait, what was the first team? Panthers. Yeah. Bills by 14.
Bills by 24. They're going to bounce back from losses.
That's fair. Next up, I
don't know if you're going to get this first
PCD, team. But they're 10-3.
Oh, that narrows it, I guess.
Yeah, so it's got to be
it's still going to be tough.
Wait, who's 10-3? PCD.
No looking at records.
I'm not.
No looking at records. I'm convinced that this is the greatest idea I've ever come up with.
Wait, why am I stumping? Nobody's 10-3 in the AFC, right? No.
I can't tell. I
And
can't tell you that.
I can tell what the other team is. Who plays the Lions today? DLS, Detroit Lions. Oh, that's clever. Who's...
Thank you.
PCD.
Who is PCD at 10-3?
Who starts with a P, but it's probably P in the middle somewhere.
No.
Oh, they start with
It's not
P?
in the middle. Is it? Hold on. It's not even in the name.
Is it the Cowboys?
No.
No, wait, the Cowboys. Are the Cowboys 10-3? They're not 10-3.
They're 9-4. They're 9-4.
Man,
who could PCD be?
PCD. Am I stupid for not getting
it? No, you're not.
Okay.
So remember how last week I did San Diego Chargers?
Oh, this is a different place?
Yeah. Oh,
Who's
look
from...
at you thinking. Look at you thinking.
Why can I not get this? Who the fuck is 10-3?
Do you want the answer?
No.
Okay. There's 3 teams. There are 3 teams that are 10-3.
I know. Okay. Let me narrow it down. So it's the
done.
Bucks, it's the Packers,
Yeah.
and it's wait, and it's the Cards.
The Phoenix Cardinals.
You fucking goddamn it. God fucking damn it. How am I supposed to get that?
They were the Phoenix Cardinals until like 2008.
Yeah, weren't they also from like Ohio originally?
No, they were from St. Louis. They were the St. Louis Cardinals.
That's what it was.
And then they're like, fuck, we share a name with a baseball team. Let's go to the desert. And then they became the Phoenix Cardinals.
Oh my god damn it, dude. They play the Lions? Poor fucking guys.
Poor fucking guys for real. Like this is gonna I'm 35. 35-point game.
27.
27, nice.
Or 20, 27. There's gonna be a missed field goal by the Lions.
Yeah. Alright. This next one's not that bad. JTS at MID.
The Jets at Minnesota.
Ah, no. Where's the D? Where's the D in that?
Minnesota. I know it's a T.
No.
Miami.
There you go. That one took significantly less time than the other one.
Oh, I fucking wonder why. Let me go Finns.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the Finns as well.
Just by like 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 17. Oh, this next one. This next one.
Okay, we got DCG
at GNT.
Well, that's the Cowboys. It's gotta be Dallas.
Yeah, it's the Dallas Cowgirls.
Okay. GNT.
Come on, you gotta
Giants?
get this one. Yeah, I was gonna be mad if you didn't get it. That's my favorite team. And I got your Patriots one.
I was gonna be mad that my shitty fucking fucker abbreviations he didn't get.
So Dallas is gonna win. Dallas is gonna win by 16.
All right, let's go Giants.
What?
No.
Wait, no. No, that's not real.
No. Let's go the girls by
You know what? I'm changing it to 9. Dallas by 9. That's a funny number.
Dallas by 11. Wait.
Oh, whoa. You keeping that?
Yeah.
Hey.
America's team gotta get America's number.
Oh no, we're gonna get canceled.
Oh, you're gonna take it off the air by who watches this shit?
My Dolphin watches this. They commented.
Oh, thank you, My Dolphin.
They shout out to My Dolphin in the Twitch chat earlier. That's why we got on our college football rant. But thank you for supporting.
I'm
Minga.
lightheaded for shouting.
All right, who wins, Was or Peg?
Washington. Gotta be right.
Yeah, at Peg.
You should have done WRS for Washington Redskins. What if throw me off?
No, that's offensive. I can't be doing that.
That's true. Who's Peg? They're also 6 and 7, like the rest of the rest of the league is 7 and 6. So they're a shitter. Is it? I'm gonna say Broncos because Pegasus.
No.
Fuck.
That's so abstract even for me.
I thought I was so clever with this one.
That's so abstract even for me.
It's the
not.
Eagles.
It is the Eagles. Who you got in this game?
Eagles.
Really?
Yeah.
I got the football team by 7. I think it's gonna be a close game, and there's a lot of playoff implications for it.
I'll go goals by 7.
Goals by 7. All right. This one I just thought was funny. Tit at pit.
Man, I wonder.
Who's
I'm thinking titties here for sure.
you're picking tit at pit.
Yeah, tit at pit.
All right. By how much? So the tit is the Titans. And
Pittsburgh.
Tit is the Steelers.
Yeah. Titties, boob.
Titties by 13.
Sure, we'll run with that.
You're picking 13 too?
14, 15, 12.
What?
12.
12. All right, you got it. And in our other matchup of bad games,
this has got to be the Texans and the Jags.
Yeah, it's the Texans and the Ags.
The Jetsons.
The Jetsons and the Jaguars.
We're gonna go Minshew's by 7.
By 7? That's fine. I'm gonna go with Deshaun's by 10. All right, next one.
Both gotta name players who are not playing right now.
Yeah.
Alrighty, we got CBG, which is gotta be the obvious choice when picking
The obvious choice.
the team which is playing that is abbreviated CBG.
They're playing against DBR, by the way.
The team name is abbreviated by CBG, which
How long are you gonna keep saying that?
stands for the Bengals.
Yeah.
Against DBR, the Denver Broncos. Correct?
Who you got? Yeah.
Okay.
Who you got?
We got the Bangies, the Lukey's team.
You got the Bangies?
Yeah, we're gonna take the Bangies by we'll take them by 13.
13. I'm gonna take the Ponies by 10. I think the Ponies got some momentum going. I think they go win.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got the AFC versus the FNR.
Holy
it's
shit!
the AFC Pro Bowl team.
The AFC?
The AFC Pro Bowl team.
Are they in the AFC?
No.
Oh.
This was the one I forgot, and then you said the team name, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's that one.
The American Football Club?
No.
7-6 like the rest of the league.
Yeah,
They're
one
6
team
and
is
7.
7 and one team is 7-6. So good luck trying to use record to associate.
Shit. Who the fuck is AFC? The Falcons?
Yeah, the Falcons. Good job. Good job. Who's FNR now?
FNR.
This one is just funny, I think.
Is it close to the name?
Oh yeah, very.
I don't know how to take that. FNR.
Oh, FNR. That's a tough one. Unless you're smart like me and know the answer.
Oh, well, fucking...
I'm gonna take FNR in this game by
Oh, fuck you.
I'm gonna take him by 16.
FNR.
Are you gonna take FNR or the Atlanta Falcons? Nacho, you're taking a while. We gotta wrap the show up soon. Come on.
What the fuck is FNR? Fucking... I'm looking through all of the teams right now, and the Niners?
Yeah.
Golly.
If you didn't get it there, I was about to say you're gonna be really dumb if I tell this to you.
We go Niners. By like, I don't know, fucking 17.
Nice. All right. Oh, this next one's pretty good. We got SHK at LRM.
It's the Rams, obviously.
Yeah, I should have put something. I know what I'm gonna put for it next week.
Seahawks.
Yeah, I know what. Yeah, I know what I'm gonna put for the Rams next week.
This one's an easy one. You put St. Louis.
All right, I don't know what I'm gonna put for next week anymore. All right. How much you got the Rams by? Unless you're smelling Seahawks upset.
I'm not.
You're not?
No.
Shocking.
See, our fucking Rams by 14. No. Maybe 10.
I got them by 17. They got momentum. They just beat the Cardinals last week. And it's in SoFi.
Okay, I'll go 14 then.
Shut the fuck up, copying me.
You said, wait, you said 14? You said 17.
I said 17. Yeah.
I said 14. It's a different number.
Yeah, I know.
Well, fuck you.
All right.
Next one. PKR. At BRV. PKR.
This one makes so much sense just looking
at
it.
Oh, yeah, Packers at Ravens.
Yeah, BRV, yeah.
Pack.
Really? You're going with the Packers?
Yeah.
Me too.
I was like, why are you questioning that?
I wanted you to switch.
Packers by Lamar's questionable, I think.
Yeah. If you put down the same number that I have written down already,
But they said they want a Harbor.
If you put down if you say this number that I already have put down, I am making you switch to the Ravens. I'm putting you down as the Ravens. If you pick this number, you copycat bitch.
18?
No, Packers by 18. You got it.
All
right, next one.
What was your number?
I had it by 13.
Oh, yeah.
Next one. This one's not that hard either.
No, it's not.
Don't mix up the Sunday night and the Monday night though for the home team, by the way.
Oh man. All right.
So one
Sunday
is
night
CBB.
football.
Yeah.
New Orleans.
And WO is New Orleans, and then there's CBB, and then the next one is CCB.
CBB.
You're gonna hate yourself.
Champa Bay.
It is Champa Bay.
Yeah, I was like, that's the only one left. What?
No.
But why is it a C?
No, it's not the only one left.
Only 10-3 team?
Oh. I know
Well,
you're
you
thinking.
clearly
I didn't
couldn't.
know
Yeah,
you.
I was gonna say you clearly wouldn't know what I was thinking.
I didn't think you were thinking that think. All right.
Champa, Super Bowl winning team with tight end Rob Gronkowski. By just go 17.
17.
Yeah.
It's kind of a lot for a team that's gonna lose. I'm picking New Orleans by 6. New Orleans always gives Tampa Bay a run for their money.
Taysom Hill, New Orleans is gonna beat Champa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they have Kamara back.
You're gonna have to buy a Taysom Hill jersey if they win.
All right.
Monday Night Football.
MSV at CCB.
Minnesota Vikings at Chicago Bears. The only ones left.
Wow. Man used fucking
Process of elimination.
Yeah. we got winning.
The Vikings.
Yeah, by how many? By how many score?
By like but like enough.
They're gonna score enough points to win a football game, and that's how many they're gonna beat them by.
And that amount is 16.
16?
Yes.
A fine choice. A fine choice.
Thank you.
I picked them by 13. Yeah, that's it for games.
That wraps up our program.
Thank you for tuning into your regularly scheduled Minga Sports podcast.
You got any hot takes?
I said a hot take earlier, but I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, Cincinnati's not making the playoffs.
Let me look back at
Cincinnati's done. They lost to San Fran, they're done. That's it. Season over. Bless you.
I don't really got no more hot takes.
No more?
I ain't got none.
Alright, take us out then.
Alright. Thank you all for watching the Minga Sports Podcast. And if you watched it live like my dolphin did.
Shout outs to my dolphin.
You could join us live at twitch.tv/Nacho Live. The O in Nacho is a 0. If you prefer to
Live is capitalized.
it doesn't matter.
Live is capitalized.
If you would like to watch the VOD, we upload the entire stream to YouTube with condensed with timestamps. So you could just go to your favorite games or see our predictions.
I think you have a fundamentally you do not have a fundamentally sound definition for what condensed means.
Nah. Anyway, if you want to see you want to hear about your favorite game or our predictions for the next week, or just our takes, because sometimes we have funny little bits here and there. Timestamps.
No, we don't.
Well, I mean like the college football and stuff.
We're not funny.
Anyways, if you prefer your podcast in audio format, go check it out on all podcast platforms. Thank you for tuning in to the Minga Sports Podcast. I love you. Anything you have to say?
Ms. Kiff is playing League of Legends right now.
Alrighty. Thank you all for watching. We'll catch you next week. Word to your mother.